We told you yesterday, Arch Manning was on campus, one of the huge names in the state of Louisiana. Austin Thomas cannot speak about him specifically, but we can talk to him about the success that LSU is experiencing on the trail, and we welcome him into the conversation now. The LSU Football General Manager here on this Wednesday morning. Austin, good morning. Thank you as always for your time.
Good morning, JC. How we doing, my brother?
Doing good, man. A beautiful summer Wednesday morning, which I know is the teeth of recruiting for college football, and it seems like every time I hop on social media, it is a big-time prospect in Baton Rouge. You guys have had a couple of camps over the last week. What has the restrictions being lifted done for your recruiting department over the last couple of weeks?
Oh my goodness, it's been a crazy start to June, but something that we welcome and we invite, and just Coach O gave us a little downtime in May to make sure that we had the energy to invest in our players and these guys that are visiting campus and camps, that everything that we have going on in June. So we've kind of hit the ground running, and we've been bringing the best version of ourselves that we can. You mentioned Camp Jordy, and just it's been amazing. It's been the best camps we've ever had. What a summer. I think to this point we've had 3,500 campers in the last 2 weeks of June, and so again, it's been the most we've ever had. And if I can just say one thing about that, it's to parents, high school coaches, and players, just thank you. If you don't hear me say anything else this morning, it's a very genuine and sincere thank you to the young people in this state, because it serves as such an opportunity for us to give back and to continue to grow this great game that we have through fundamentals and technique and training. And it's been nothing short of amazing to see. And so to have these guys on campus and be able to coach them and have the opportunity to grow football is been amazing. So thank you to everyone that's helped make it possible.
Austin Thomas, LSU Football's general manager, joining us here on the Jordy Culotta Show. Can you compare what it was like last year at this time and trying to evaluate compared to having guys on campus in front of your eyes that you can evaluate? You guys put such a premium on your off-season camps for recruiting evaluation. How different was last summer compared to this one, being that you couldn't do it last summer and now you can?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think, it's really twofold. And so I don't want to get philosophical here, JC, but, just the essence of who we are as human beings, right? And the ability to be around others and communicate and see smiles and personalities and have that interaction. I think that's who we are as a human race. And so to have that taken away and everything be done through a computer, whether it's recruiting, whether it's interaction with just your staff and people, it was a hard year for everyone, right? And so, it's not something that I want to spend a lot of time talking about, but you kind of contrast that with this year and being able to see people in person and their personalities and their smiles and the joy that we get from that and they get from that interaction has been amazing. And so to open that up, first and foremost, to see people again, to see them around the facility, to be able to show that off, the resources that we have to be able to help all of these young men in all aspects of their life and facets of their life is amazing. And so we feel really fortunate and blessed to have that open again and be able to have visitors. But, you talked about the evaluation piece of it. I think it's been great for us. And as you know, we tend to do very, very well in our decision-making process when we have guys at camp and we're able to see them move around and we're able to coach them. And as much of it about us coaching them is them, evaluating us and being coached by us and learning our style. And so just taking that and making sure that we're making good decisions and that these guys are able to be coached and we're able to see their personalities. Are they coachable? Will they compete? Are they mentally tough? How do they interact with others? How do they take coaching? All those are questions that we're trying to answer as we now are able to see guys in person again, and then vice versa, that we want them to see that from us, how they're going to be coached every day and the standard that's going to be set and the accountability piece that's going to be set for them if they choose to come to school here.
Coach, what about the freshman class that just touched down on campus? That is the class, I guess, that didn't receive the fair evaluation, right, just because of the restrictions that both the recruiting members were under and you guys as coaches we're operating under. You get those guys on campus, and I know there's a lot of expectation for this true freshman class to have an impact on the 21 roster. What has been the early return of just seeing those guys up close in the facility?
Yeah, I think it's been a tremendous class. And, we talked about this in May. And, of course, I got back here, late December, early January, Jordy. And it's crazy to think about this. But when we met these guys in May, I obviously had not met them. But Coach O and I were talking about, hey, this is the first time I've met them. So it's mind-blowing to think that, an entire class was signed and they had never been on campus and the head coach had never met them in person. But
wow.
Early returns are this is a great freshman class. The character of these guys is extremely high, and kudos to the staff that was here for signing these guys. I think it was so much more important to be able to trust your eyes and trust your process and really digging and calling and asking about these young men that you're bringing into your program, because again, there were some variables that were unknown and it was really uncontrollable. But at the same time, I really feel strongly about this class and who these guys are. And it's been great to kind of infuse them into what we're doing and the upperclassmen that we have. So it's been a good summer so far.
48 hours before your first camp of the summer, you guys make a change on the coaching staff and bring in a Baton Rouge native and Brad Davis as an offensive line coach who's got great experience in the league at both Missouri and Arkansas. But as I said, a South Louisiana native and somebody who has really, I think, dreamt about the LSU job and coming home, and he got the call right at the start of June. What do you get when you add Coach Davis to the staff, both as a recruiter and an on-the-field leader and coach?
Yeah, I think you said it all there, Jordy. We are so fortunate to have Coach Davis here in Baton Rouge. You just look at the experience, you look at what he's done, what he's accomplished on the offensive line, and there's not any better in football. And so, just really, really excited about him. He has so much humility, so much passion for Baton Rouge, the state of Louisiana, LSU. I mean, it just oozes out of him. But more importantly, he's a great leader of men. He leads with integrity and character. And the early returns have been phenomenal. He's had a great impact on our team already, not just the offensive line group. He's hit the ground running, and he doesn't, he hasn't spoken a lot yet. He's done a lot of listening and observing, but when he speaks, it's powerful. That's great to see. So he's an extremely effective communicator, and he demands excellence. There's no compromise from those guys. So it's been great to have Coach Davis. He's a tremendous person. The sky's the limit for him as a coach, and he's a great man. I think, and as we've talked about, better people make better employees, and so the ceiling is unlimited for him.
Yeah, if you're just watching on social media, the interaction between some of these high-end offensive line recruits and Coach Davis, you can see the mutual respect and the excitement for guys and the opportunity that they may have in playing for Coach Davis at LSU. This is usually when you guys find some of your leaders, Coach. Has anybody emerged here in the short off season that you've seen, or maybe even during the spring workouts, as somebody that you guys can count on as a leader going into next season?
Absolutely. I think you're always cultivating that, and you're always looking for leaders. And we couldn't be more proud of this football team. These guys have done everything we've asked of them, and they've done it at an extremely high level. You talk about a quiet confidence and energy. I think you can feel that with this team, and it's player driven. And so the teams I've been around, the best ones, wherever that may be, it can be coach driven, but the best teams, the leadership is player driven. And I think you're feeling that. And I think we're seeing that in our early summer workouts. And so you look at guys like Damone Clark, you look at the defensive line, Andre Anthony, Ali Gay. Those guys have been phenomenal. The offensive line, Ed Ingram, Liam Shanahan, Austin Deculus. We expect that from our big guys. We recruited them all back here on the offensive and defensive line, and we expect them to be the leaders of this football team. But the list goes on and on, Jordy. I mean, you talk about Kayshawn Boutte, you talk about Jeray Jenkins, Miles Brennan, Max Johnson, even the two transfers. I tell you what, these guys have been very serious about football. Major Burns, Mike Jones, early return on investment there has been incredible. Those are two high character kids. They've made their rooms better. They've made their team better. And so there's great competition going on. within our team right now, but really, really strong leadership and a really strong group of high character guys.
Austin, Ed Orgeron has always ran a championship program. That has always been the effort and what he has strived for year in, year out. Bringing you back into the fold, I think, is an example of that, and your strive to be elite in everything that LSU football does, whether it be in the nutrition center, recruiting, or what the on-the-field product looks like. Can you explain that philosophy to our listeners?
Absolutely. You know what? It's pretty simple, Jordy. It's the LSU standard of performance. It's why you come here. It's why coaches come here. It's why players come here. It's why staff comes here. We expect to compete to be the best in everything that we do. We want to compete for championships, and we wouldn't have it any other way. And, if that's not something that's ingrained within you when you walk through these doors, this probably isn't the right place for you. And that's just being completely honest. But, that starts from the top. Like you said, whether it's the best equipment, the best staff, the best strength program, the best training room, opportunities on and off the field, that takes a lot of commitment. And so I think the LSU administration has been fully supportive of that, and we are thankful for Scott and Verge and Stephanie and their support and leadership, but giving us the things that we need to be successful. We preach the best for our players, and that's what we want. It takes and then when you kind of put that together, it takes some intuition and ability to self-evaluate, to continue to try to find areas of growth. I think we can get better every single day, but that's just not always easy. We have great people, and we have to always look for ways to improve upon the foundation that's been set here. And that, with that comes trust and transparency. And you have to be open-minded. And so kudos to Coach O for constantly pushing the envelope, being open-minded, trying to find ways for us to be on the cutting edge and at the forefront of what we're doing in college football. It's been phenomenal, and his leadership has been great. And I could not be more thrilled with the way he's leading the program right now. It's been a lot of fun to work for him.
Austin, the first time you were here, Derek Stingley Jr. was the #1 player on you guys' board for recruiting as far as future went in the 19 class. LSU was able to get him in recruiting. Yep. He was the best freshman football player in America 2 seasons ago. Now he is wearing number 7 for LSU going into his junior season. Can you talk about your point of view of Sting Jr. when you were evaluating him while he was at Dunham, when you were away from LSU for a couple of seasons? He is he gets into Baton Rouge, and now you're back here going into his junior year and him wearing number 7. The expectation for him and just kind of your overall evaluation of Stingley getting to this point.
Yeah, it's amazing. We're talking about summer camps, and I remember being here, and Sting was at school, in high school, and he walks out on the practice field, and he competes at camp, and we're wondering who this young kid is, and we offer him a scholarship, and just to see the potential and the growth and the ability that he had, the natural ability and the traits come to fruition. It's a testament to him. It's a testament to his family. It's a testament to Coach Raymond and his staff and LSU, because there's a lot of talented individuals that come through here or play college football, but the ability to take that and continue to develop takes a special person, and especially when you have the natural abilities that he does. He's so gifted, but he works every single day to be the best version of himself that he can be, and so that's a testament to him and who he is, and he has developed into an elite player and the top defensive player, in my opinion, in college football. And so to see that, it's just been a joy to watch him grow, not only on the field but off the field as a man. As a leader, as a person, it's been really great. And so for him to wear number 7 for us coming up this fall, it's a great honor for him. It's a great honor for us. I mean, we couldn't have a better representative. But again, I think I spoke about this the last time I was on with you, Jordy, is it's on us as a staff to help him manage that expectation, right? Not put too much on himself, to do this together, right? And make sure that we're helping him along the way, because he holds himself to an extremely high standard. And so for us, it's up to us to help put him in position to have success, to play within, the scheme and understand that his teammates and his staff and the LSU community is here to help him, because it can be a lot. And he's a guy that has a lot of expectations wherever he is. So really, really excited for him, and just could not be more thankful for the contributions that he's made to this organization and team throughout his 3 years.
There's been a lot of talk about maybe Stingley playing on the offensive side of the ball this year. Had he come in as a wide receiver, as a recruit, what would be his potential? What would be his level going into maybe the NFL draft after his junior year? Like, where does he correlate if he'd only played offense?
Yeah, I think Sting is good enough and talented enough and intelligent enough to do whatever he wanted to do. Had he come in as a wide receiver, we'd probably be talking about him as a first-round pick at wide receiver. But I think it's really insane. He's got length, he's got ball skills, he's got speed, just all the intangibles, the processing, the things that are the little separators between the good ones and the great ones. He's a great one, and he's naturally gifted. But I think all that said, I think he's playing the right position.
For sure. Right. Austin Thomas, LSU General Manager. Last one, Coach. We'll get you out of here. What's the summer schedule look like for the rest of June and July?
Oh, man, just finishing camps tomorrow and Friday. We got official visitors coming in this weekend. We got unofficials pretty much every single day, but really trying to start focusing in and locking in on our football team. Our current guys, Coach Moffitt and his staff, have done a great job in the month of June of keeping these guys going while we've got a lot going on. But we have football school today, which is, 2 hours a week that we're allowed to do film review and conditioning drills. So we have our 8th football school today, and then our guys finish up the first summer session in school next week, and we'll take a little break for 4th of July, and we'll come back and we'll be ready to roll. So really, really excited about July and August. We'll report on tentatively right now on August the 5th, and our first practice will be August the 6th. So that's less than 2 months from now. So it'll be here before we know it.
Wow. It is football season. With baseball season officially over, it is football season in South Louisiana. The LSU General Manager, the guy who's back in town, man, Austin Thomas. Always appreciate your time and your insight, Coach. We'll talk again soon.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for having me on.
Always. There he is, AT checking in this morning from LSU Football.